You've heard this before. Retailers taking a hit. Happening again today. Macy's, Abercrombie & Fitch, L Brands, look at JCPenney's in the $4 range. All of them down again. Talk about retail ice age. And the name of the third terrorist in the London attack has now been released. Authorities say Yosef Zagba was prevented from boarding a flight from Italy to Istanbul last year. So he was on the radar. ISIS propaganda was found on his phone. This is according to Italian officials. However, until now, there was not enough evidence to press formal charges against him. Our next guest says these attackers are using religious and civil liberties against us in the West. James Mitchell is the author of Enhanced Interrogation. He's the man who waterboarded 3 9/11 suspects, and he joins us now. James Mitchell, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
You've gone face-to-face with KSM and a couple of others. What did they tell you about using our values against us?
Well, what KSM said, two things that was really quite important. Around the 2004-2005 time period, he predicted an increase in these lone wolf and small group terror attacks. He said that immigrants would move into the country, feed themselves on our welfare system while they spread their jihadi message, and then when the time was right, rise up and attack from within. He said that our religious freedoms and this obsessive, and I'm paraphrasing, this obsessive political correctness act as a cloaking device that would allow people to come into our country and spread this Islamic ideology and set up the kinds of networks that would be required to pull off terror attacks without ever breaking any of our laws.
It seems that he was arguing and stating his position in a way which makes us want to keep Islamic terrorists and generally Muslims out of the country.
Well, one of the things that they made clear to me in my conversations with a dozen or so senior terrorists that I talked with is that the mere exposure to Islam, the way it's taught in the Salafist sect, actually makes it easier to recruit them into a terrorist organization, because it's not like they have to introduce new ideas. The ideas are already there. There actually is a piece of malware that's embedded, so to speak, in the ideology itself, and that is that Allah has already declared an unending war against non-believers, and that it's the responsibility of every Muslim everywhere in the world to defend Islam, to attack his enemies, and to spread true Sharia by requiring that people convert, subjugate themselves, be enslaved, or be slaughtered. And at the core, that, combined with one other piece of malware, which is this belief that there's this open-ended mandate to do this that's not constrained by the historical context in which the person wrote those documents, that applies now as equally as it did then. Those are the things that actually allow them to use this false history to recruit young people into the jihadist lifestyle.
James, we often come to you almost as if you would be a reporter on the way these people think. So I've got one more for you in that vein. We often heard after 9/11 that Islam means peace. What was the response of KSM and others when you asked them, what does peace mean to you?
Right. Well, in a conversation with him one time, I asked him, it's about 2004, long after the enhanced interrogations were over, I asked him, how come you guys say Islam's a religion of peace? Because every time I see you, you're killing somebody. And he said, Islam is a religion of peace. He said, the world will be at peace when everyone has either converted to our version of Islam, been subjugated as second-class citizens, enslaved, or slaughtered. So Islam, the way I practice it, is spreading peace throughout the world.
Amazing. James Mitchell, please come back and inform us some more on how these people really think. We appreciate you being here, sir. Thank you.